Okay, now we will discuss eigenvalues. Okay, hope you are familiar with eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So today we will discuss eigenvalues. So first of all, you need to enter the input matrix in order to find out the eigenvalues of a matrix. Okay, first A is equal to input, enter the matrix. Okay, next, in order to find the eigenvalues, you have a built-in function EIG, eig. Okay, eig is a built-in function for computing the eigenvalues of the matrix A. So eig of A, that is the syntax. Okay, and you are assigning it to a variable. This is only a variable name, eig underscore values. This is a variable name and you can choose your own variable names. So eig of A, that is the eigenvalues of the matrix A. Okay, now if I need to find out the eig, suppose just I will run this code and show you what are the eigenvalues of the matrix. Okay. So when I run this particular code, you need to enter the matrix. So when you are entering the matrix, enter the first row -2, 2, then -3. Okay, second row 2, 1, -6, -6. Third row -1, -2, 0, -1, -2, 0. Okay. Now if you type eigenvalues here in the command window, eigenvalues, that you will get your eigenvalues. So which are the eigenvalues? -3 is first eigenvalue, second is 5, next is -3. So -3, 5 and -3. These are the eigenvalues. Okay. Now these are the two properties. That means when you find the product of the eigenvalues, so you can use the built-in function prod, prod. Okay, so built-in function prod will give you the product of the array. So which is the array? Eigenvalues is the array. Okay, if you want to find the product of an array, you can use the prod built-in function. Okay, so like just like your sum. Okay, so product of the eigenvalues, that is P. I am assigning it to a variable P. Okay, so product, if you take the product of eigenvalue, that will be same as the determinant of A. So how can you find the determinant? DET. DET is a function used for finding the determinant of a matrix. So DET of A, that will be same as the product of eigenvalues. Similarly, the sum of the eigenvalues is an array. Okay, so if you find the sum, it will give you the sum of all the eigenvalues. Okay, sum of all the eigenvalues will be same as the trace of A. What is the trace? What do you mean by trace? Trace is the sum of the diagonal elements of the matrix. Trace is the sum of the diagonal elements of the matrix. So I am assigning trace. Trace is a built-in function used to find out the sum of the diagonal elements. Okay, so trace of A means sum of diagonal elements of the matrix A, that I am assigning it to T. So T will be same as S. What is S? Sum of eigenvalues. So once again I repeat, product of eigenvalues will be same as the determinant of A, and the sum of eigenvalues will be same as the sum of the diagonal elements of the matrix A, or the trace of A. Okay, now we will see when we run it. So already you have run it. Okay, so T, when I type T is equal to -1. That means trace is -1. Now when I type S is also -1. Okay, S is also -1. So T and S are same. Trace and sum of eigenvalues are same. Next we will type DTR, determinant and then product. Okay. Determinant is 45. We will see what is the product. Product is also 45. So both are same. So I hope this example is clear. To find the eigenvalues, you need to find out the eigenvalues, you need to find out using EIG of the matrix. Okay. Next, eigenvector. Okay. Next is the eigenvector. So similarly, input your matrix, enter the matrix A. Okay, now how can you find out the eigenvector? If you want to find out the eigenvector, again use EIG function. EIG is the inbuilt function used for finding eigenvector as well as eigenvalue. So here in this particular format, you put a square bracket and inside that two variables. Let me take V and D. So first will be the eigenvector and D will be the eigenvalues. Once again, I repeat, Eig is the built-in function used to find out the eigenvalues. And if you type in this particular format, inside a square bracket, two variables, V and D. You can assign any variables. I have taken it as V and D. Okay, V is the eigenvector. This function will return eigenvector V and D is the eigenvalues. Okay, and here D, you are obtaining the eigenvalues D as diagonal elements of matrix. Okay, so this you can see D as diagonal elements. Okay, so when I run this program, I will show you what is V and what is D. So you need to enter the matrix. Run this program. You need to enter the matrix. This is our matrix. So I have entered the matrix. Okay, now you can see what is V and what is D. Okay, type V. So V is this. This is a matrix. V is a matrix. Okay, now type D. I will reduce the font size and it will be clearly. Okay, now you can see V and D here. Okay, now what is D? D is the eigenvalues. D is the eigenvalue. So minus 3, 5 and minus 3 as you have seen in the last example. Minus 3, 5 and minus 3. They are the eigenvalues. Isn't it? So minus 3, 5 and minus 3. Look at the positions. They are the diagonal elements. They are the diagonal elements. So D is the D, you can represent it as diagonal elements here. So you are getting it as diagonal elements of a matrix. Okay. So all the other elements will be 0. All the other elements will be 0. Only the diagonal elements will be the eigen values. I hope this is clear. This is the D. Okay. Or eigen values. Okay. First eigenvalue is minus 3. Okay. So here in the eigenvector, this is the eigenvector V. So this particular, the first column corresponds to the eigenvector corresponding to the first eigenvalue minus 3. So minus 3 is the first eigenvalue. So this column, first column will give you the eigenvector of minus 3. Second column, that is 0.408, 0.81 minus 0.40. Second column will give you the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue 5. The third column, that is minus 0.02, 0.83, 0.54. The third column will give you the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue minus 3. So V is the eigenvector. First column is the first vector. Second column is the second vector. Third column is the third eigenvector. Okay. So for this is the diagonal elements are eigenvalues. I hope this is clear. Eigenvector and eigenvalue. Okay, now if you want to find if you want to extract only the diagonal elements of this eigenvalues, because you are getting eigenvalues as diagonal elements. Okay, if you want to extract the diagonal elements, only, then you can use the function diag. Okay, diag, diag of this D. D is the eigenvalues represented as a matrix. So if you find diag of D, it will extract the diagonal elements of vector D. So I will show you what is diag of D. I will copy this variable name and show you what is diag. See, here it is extracted the diagonal values. What are the diagonal values? Minus 3, 5 and minus 3. As a column vector, I got it. These are the eigen values. Minus 3, 5 and minus 3. They are the eigen values. I hope this is clear. Okay, now I will increase the font size. Now let me show you one thing regarding this eigenvector. So eigenvector is basically AV is equal to lambda V. So this is A is a matrix, V is the eigenvector, lambda is the eigenvalue. Okay, V is the eigenvector, lambda is the eigenvalue. So this lambda is a scalar value, as you already know. Lambda is a scalar value. V is a vector. Okay, AV is equal to lambda times V. Okay, and you need to find out, solve for lambda and V. What is lambda? Eigenvalue, and what is V? Eigenvector. And here this AV is equal to lambda V is a equation related with eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Actually, this eigenvalue is or eigenvector is a linear transformation. Is used as a linear transformation of a vector. That means it is mainly used for the purpose of viewing or analyzing the properties of a matrix. It is used for analyzing the different properties by means of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. You can analyze the different properties. So it is possible to view the matrix in its elements, as its elements. What are the elements? Eigenvalues and eigenvectors are the elements, isn't it? So it is possible to view the matrix, or the matrix can be decomposed into its elements. Okay, so we will soon see how we can decompose the matrix as its elements. So elements means here we are decomposing the matrix A as its elements. Elements are eigenvalues and eigenvectors. This is a linear transform. This is a method of linear transformation. That means it is mainly used for stretching a vector. Stretching means you are extending the length of a vector, stretching the vector, or you are compressing the vector, or flipping the vector. All these applications you need eigenvalue decomposition. So decomposing a vector, okay, by means of eigenvalues and eigenvectors, that is very important, because it is used in many applications such as image processing, machine learning applications, etc. So this is the ultimate equation, AV equal to lambda V, where V is the eigenvector and lambda is the eigenvalue. This is the corresponding characteristic equation. As you know, characteristic equation, you already know that every square matrix satisfies its characteristic equation. Determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. What is lambda? Lambda is the eigenvalue. This is the characteristic equation of a matrix. So already you have studied determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. So from this only, AV equal to lambda V, from this only you are getting determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. This is the characteristic polynomial or characteristic equation. Okay, and please be aware that this characteristic equation, root of this characteristic equation, they are the actual eigenvalues. So roots of the characteristic equation are the eigenvalues. Okay, let me show you with an example. Now, as I've already told you, this AV is equal to lambda times B, isn't it? So you can write the equation. Lambda is the eigenvalue. AV, A is the matrix, B is the eigenvector. AV is equal to, then this V is the eigenvector. V is the eigenvector D into D. AV equal to V into D. What is D? D is the eigenvalues represented as a matrix. That means all the elements in the diagonal elements are eigenvalues. The diagonal elements are eigenvalues. What is V and D? You have already have seen while running the MATLAB code. You are already seen what is V. V is the eigenvectors, and what is D? Eigenvalues. The diagonal elements of a matrix D. So this D is a matrix. Okay, V is also a matrix. A is a square matrix, and V is the eigenvector. Okay, so you can find A. Suppose you are post multiplying by this equation AV equal to VD, the same as this AV equal to lambda times V. Okay, AV equal to VD. Now you are post multiplying this by V inverse. So LHS and RHS you post multiply by V inverse. So AV into V inverse is equal to VD into V inverse. Okay, post multiply by V inverse on the LHS and RHS. Post multiply. Okay, next, what will you get? A. V, what is V into V inverse? V into V inverse is I. Unit matrix. V into V inverse is I or 1 or unit matrix. So A is equal to VD V inverse. So what is the final answer? You can represent A matrix A by means of its vector, eigenvector V and D. What is D? Eigenvalues. So a matrix A can be represented by means of V, the eigenvector V and eigenvalues D. So you can find A as V into D into V inverse. So this is the eigenvector decomposition or eigenvalue decomposition. So this is used in many applications. VD V inverse. That is actually A matrix. Okay, this is used in many applications like compressing or stretching and flipping of a vector, which is used in image processing applications. Okay, so we will see how we can compute it in MATLAB. So already I have found out V and D as eigenvalues. Okay, now we have seen what are the eigenvectors and what are the eigenvalues. Now we will see, so here -3, 5 and -3, they are the eigen values. Okay, now we need to verify this equation AV equal to VD. In order to verify AV equal to VD, LHS is AV. Just multiply A and V. What is V? Eigenvector. A into V. What is RHS? V into D. Okay, V into D is the RHS. So AV equal to VD. Just type LHS and RHS on the command box and you can find whether LHS is equal to RHS, or you just find out the difference, LHS minus RHS. You find out the difference and see, check whether it is 0. It is approximately closely to 0. It is close to 0 because all these eigenvalues and eigenvectors you are finding out using built-in functions. Okay, they are all approximations. They are all eigenvalues and eigenvectors are all approximation. So this won't be equal to correct 0 or exactly it won't be equal to 0. The difference won't be equal to exactly 0, but it will be very close to 0. Okay, so LHS will be equal to RHS, but the difference won't be exactly equal to 0. It will be very close to 0. Okay, now V into D into inverse of V. You can find out whether you can check whether you have already seen this. What is A? Sorry, what is A? A is VD. A is VD into V inverse. So you can check whether VD V inverse is same as A. Okay, now I am checking this V into D into inverse of V. How can you find out V inverse? INV. Using INV function, I can find the inverse of V. V into D into inverse of V. I found out my A1. Let it be A1. Another variable A1. Okay, now we find out the difference between your actual A and A1. Okay, this also won't be exactly equal to 0, but very close to 0. Okay, very near to 0, but not exactly equal to 0. Point not like this, like that. Okay, so very close to 0. So V into D into V inverse, you will get the same matrix A. Okay, so we will check this. If I run this, now you have entering the matrix. Okay, you are entered the matrix A. Now if you want to display A, let me change the font. So this is the matrix A. Okay, just type A. This is the matrix A. Okay, now if you type which are the eigen values that you have already seen eigen values. Now if you have, you can verify this LHS and RHS. Okay, what is LHS and what is RHS? Okay, you can verify LHS and RHS, AV and VD. Okay, LHS. If you type LHS is this and RHS. See, they are same. LHS is 2.8577 and RHS is same. LHS and RHS both are same. You can see both the metrics. They are same. Okay, now difference LHS minus RHS. If you see the difference, you will get, see, it is closely, very close to 0, because this matrix you are multiplying with e to the power minus 14. What is e raised to, that is 1.0 e raised to minus 14 means that is 1 point, in MATLAB it is 10 to the power minus 14, isn't it? 10 to the power minus 14. See, 10 to the power minus 14 is actually very small. So the difference is very small, very close to 0. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, you can find out this V into D inverse, that is A1. You can check whether A1 is equal to A. You can check whether A1 is equal to A. Type A1 and type A. See, both are same. See, minus 2.00, minus 2, 2, minus 3. Minus 2, 2, minus 3. Then 2, 1s, minus 6, same. A and A1 both are same. See this, but the difference will not be equal to 0, very close to 0. That is the condition. Okay. Now, if you want to find out the characteristic polynomial or characteristic equation, then you can find out using a function which is called poly, P-O-L-Y, poly. This is your A matrix. This is your A matrix. And if you define P-O-L-Y, poly of A, you will get the characteristic polynomial of this matrix A. And if you want to find out the root of this characteristic polynomial, just type roots of P. P is the characteristic polynomial P. P is the characteristic polynomial P. And if you find out the root using ROOTS, roots of P, you will get the root. Okay. Now check whether the roots are equal to eigenvalues. Check whether the roots are equal to eigenvalues. Now you can check that. When you run this program, you can get that. So we can check that root. So root is same as eigenvalues. See here, eigenvalues minus 3, minus 3, minus 3 and 5. These are the eigenvalues and same as the root also. Okay, I hope this is clear. So you can find out the characteristic polynomial using POLY function. Roots of the characteristic polynomial will be same as the eigenvalues. I hope this is clear. So thank you.